The alchemists say, what's its journey? Turning life's lead into gold, welcome. Brave souls and fellow adventurers to the BlackCEO Podcast. Today we're diving deep into the transformative waters of resilience, authenticity, and unwavering faith. But before we embark on this exhilarating journey, I want to acknowledge the incredible source of inspiration for today's talk, the incomparable Sonya Denise. Sonya is more than just an interviewee. She's a beacon of hope, a catalyst for change, and a true alchemist of the human spirit. Her insights have not only transformed countless lives, but have also reshaped the very landscape of personal growth and entrepreneurship. Sonya's ability to turn adversity into opportunity, pain into purpose, and challenges into triumphs is nothing short of miraculous. Her wisdom has sparked a revolution in how we perceive our journeys. And today, we're going to explore the golden nuggets of truth she's shared with us. Now, picture this. You're standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind whipping through your hair, heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. Below you lies the unknown, your future, your potential, your destiny. What do? Do you retreat to the safety of familiar ground, or do you spread your wings and take that leap of faith? If you're anything like me, that cliff edge feels all too familiar. We've all been there, teetering on the brink of something great, something terrifying, something transformative, and it's in these moments that we face a choice that defines not just our future, but who we are at our very core. You see, life has a funny way of throwing us curveballs when we least expect them. One minute, you're cruising along, thinking you got it all figured out, and the next, bam, you're hit with a challenge that knocks the wind right out of your sails. It's in these moments that we discover what we're truly made of. But here's the kicker, folks. What if I told you that these very challenges, these seemingly insurmountable obstacles, are actually the secret ingredients to your success? What if the things that threaten to break you are actually the things that will make you? I know. It sounds like something you find printed on a cheesy motivational poster right next to a picture of a kitten hanging from a branch. But stick with me here, because what I learned from Sonya Denise might just change the way you view your challenges forever. Let's talk about resilience, shall we? Now, when most people hear the word resilience, they think of it as some kind of emotional rubber band. You get stretched to your limit, but somehow manage to snap back to your original shape. But that's not resilience, my friends. That's just endurance. True resilience is about growing, evolving, becoming something greater than you were before. It's about looking at life's challenges square in the eye and saying, is that all you've got? It's about taking those lemons life gives you and not just making lemonade, but opening a whole darn lemonade empire. Let me introduce you to someone who embodies this kind of resilience. Brenda Eason. Now, Brenda's story isn't for the faint of heart. She faced the kind of grief and personal adversity that would have most of us curled up in a ball, binge watching Netflix and drowning our sorrows in ice cream. But Brenda, she looked at her pain and said, you know what? I'm going to use this. And use it she did. Brenda took her adversity and turned it into rocket fuel for change. She founded not one, but two groundbreaking organizations, the Black Business Owners Network and the Black Empowered Media Network. Now, let that sink in for a moment. In the face of crushing personal loss, Brenda didn't just survive. She created platforms that are now helping thousands of Black entrepreneurs and media professionals thrive. That, my friends, is what I call bouncing forward. Brenda didn't just recover from her setbacks, she used them as a launch pad to reach heights she might never have imagined otherwise. She took her pain and transformed it into purpose, her grief into growth, her loss into legacy. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, that's great for Brenda, but I'm not sure I have that kind of strength in me. And to that I say, hogwash. The strength that Brenda found, it's in you too. It's in all of us. We just need to learn how to tap into it. You see, resilience isn't some magical quality that only a chosen few possess. It's a muscle that we all have. And like any muscle, it grows stronger the more we use it. Every challenge you face, every setback you encounter is an opportunity to flex that resilience muscle. Think about it. When you go to the gym, and let's be honest, for some of us, that's a big if, you don't get stronger by lifting feathers. You get stronger by pushing against resistance, by challenging your muscles to do more than they think they can. Life's challenges are your emotional gym. They're the weights that, when lifted, make you stronger, more capable, more resilient. But here's where it gets really interesting. Resilience alone isn't enough to truly transform your life. That's where our second secret ingredient comes in, authenticity. Now, I know what you're thinking. Authenticity, isn't that just another buzzword that influencers throw around on Instagram? Well, yes and no. You see, true authenticity isn't about posting unfiltered selfies or sharing your deepest, darkest secrets with the world. It's about having the courage to be unapologetically, unequivocally you, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's scary, even when every fiber of your being is screaming at you to conform. Let me tell you about Letitte Buxie. Letitte is what I like to call a professional truth teller. In a world of corporate yes men and women, Letitte dared to be different. She faced immense pressure to fit into a mold, to play by the rules, to be what others expected her to be. But Letitte made a radical choice. She chose to be herself. Now, I know what you're thinking. Being yourself, that doesn't sound so radical. But in the cutthroat world of corporate leadership, authenticity can feel like skydiving without a parachute. It's terrifying, it's exhilarating, and it's absolutely necessary if you want to make a real impact. Why? Letitte's commitment to authenticity didn't just change her life, it transformed her entire industry. She became a beacon of honesty in a sea of corporate doublespeak. Her authenticity inspired others to drop their masks, to bring their whole selves to work. And you know what happened? Innovation skyrocketed. Creativity flourished. People started actually enjoying their jobs. Imagine that. But here's the thing about authenticity. It's not always comfortable. In fact, it's often downright uncomfortable. It means being vulnerable. It means taking risks. It means being willing to stand alone if that's what it takes to stand in your truth. I can see some of you squirming in your seats right now. But what if I don't know who I really am? You might be thinking, what if I'm still figuring it out? And to that, I say perfect. Because authenticity isn't about having all the answers. It's about being honest about where you are, embracing the journey of self-discovery, and having the courage to show up as your true self, even as that self evolves. Think of it like this. You're not a finished product. You're a work in progress, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's beautiful. Your authenticity lies not in being perfect, but in being perfectly you, imperfections and all. Now, we talked about resilience. We've explored authenticity, but there's one more secret ingredient in this transformational recipe, faith. And before you start thinking I'm about to go all preachy on you, let me clarify. When I talk about faith, I'm not necessarily talking about religious faith, although if that's your jam, more power to you. I'm talking about belief, belief in yourself, belief in your abilities, belief that there's purpose in your struggles. Let me introduce you to Tracey King. Tracey is what I like to call a diversity dynamo. She had a vision of creating a modeling agency where everyone, and I mean everyone, could feel like they belong. Now, in an industry known for its narrow beauty standards, this was no small feat. Tracey faced skepticism, resistance, and more than a few raised eyebrows, but Tracey had faith. Faith in her vision, faith in the principles of diversity and inclusion, faith that she could make a difference. And let me tell you, that faith moved mountains. Today, Tracey's agency, Elegant Models of All Talent, is revolutionizing the industry. She's creating opportunities for people who have been historically excluded from the world of modeling. She's changing perceptions, challenging stereotypes, and proving that beauty comes in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Tracey's story shows us the power of faith combined with perseverance. Because let's be real, faith without action is just wishful thinking. It's not enough to believe in your vision. You got to be willing to work for it, to fight for it, to keep pushing, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Now, I want you to take a moment and think about your own journey. Think about the challenges you're facing right now. How can you approach them with resilience? How can you use them as opportunities for growth and transformation? Think about your authentic self. Are you showing up as your true self in your personal and professional life? If not, what's holding you back? Remember, your authenticity is your superpower. It's what sets you apart, what makes you unique and valuable. And think about your faith and perseverance. Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your ability to overcome challenges? If not, how can you start cultivating that belief? These aren't just rhetorical questions, folks. They're invitations, invitations to reflect, to dig deep, to start seeing your journey in a new light. Because here's the truth, your journey is shaping you. Every triumph, every setback, every lesson is molding you into the person you're meant to become. But it's up to you to embrace it. It's up to you to face it with resilience, grace, and unwavering faith. It's up to you to show up authentically, to persevere even when things get tough. So here's my challenge to you. Embrace your journey with intention. Start by reflecting on your experiences. Identify how you can transform your setbacks into opportunities for growth. Take practical steps towards authenticity and perseverance. Maybe that means starting a journal where you reflect on your challenges and how you're growing through them. Maybe it means making a commitment to show up more authentically in your personal or professional life. Maybe it means setting aside time each day to cultivate your faith and belief in yourself. Whatever it looks like for you, I want you to take action, because knowledge without action is just information. But knowledge with action, that's transformation. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. You are on a journey of growth, of transformation, of becoming. It's not always going to be easy. There will be challenges, there will be setbacks, there will be moments when you want to give up. But remember this. You are resilient, you are authentic, you are capable of persevering, and your journey is shaping you into the person you're meant to become. So embrace it. Face it with resilience, grace, and unwavering faith. Show up as your authentic self. Believe in yourself and your ability to overcome challenges. Persevere even when things get tough. Because when you do, you'll find that you're not just surviving your journey, you're thriving, you're growing, you're transforming. And in the process, you're becoming the best version of yourself. Now, I want you to imagine yourself standing at that cliff edge again. The wind is still whipping, your heart is still pounding, but this time you're not afraid. This time you're excited because you know that whatever lies below, you have the resilience to face it, the authenticity to navigate it, and the faith to conquer it. So take a deep breath, spread your wings, and leap. Your journey of transformation awaits. And remember, as you soar through the challenges and triumphs ahead, you're not just on this journey, you are the journey. Every step, every stumble, every soaring victory is shaping you into something magnificent. The world is waiting for your unique brilliance. It's time to shine, to transform, to become the alchemist of your own life. Are you ready? Because your golden future is calling, and it's time to answer. Thank you for joining me on this transformative exploration. Now go forth, embrace your journey, and turn your life's lead into gold. The alchemy of your spirit awaits.